With the Taliban now back in power, some Afghan women say they feel like darkness has fallen over them. During the 20-year U.S. presence, many Afghan girls returned to school and Afghan women returned to the workplace, which had been forbidden under Taliban rule. President Joe Biden said Friday that any international recognition or help for the Taliban will depend on how the Islamist group treats Afghan women and girls.
They're looking to gain some legitimacy. They're going to have to figure out how they're going to maintain that country. And there's going to be harsh conditions, strong conditions we're going to apply, and it will depend on whether they get help based on whether or not how and well they treat women and girls.
Afghan-American Nazila Jamshidi told VOA her heart hurts for the girls and women of Afghanistan.
For those who were born after 2001, we taught them human rights, human dignity, and freedom of expression. We have given them hope and told them of making a new Afghanistan. All the hard-won gains of the 20 years were lost in 2 months.
Women and girls are vulnerable, says David Phillips, a director at Columbia University's Institute for the Study of Human Rights.
Taliban will take young girls and turn them into forced brides. The future of civil society and independent media is very bleak.
In their first news conference, the Taliban pledged to respect the rights of girls and women within the framework of Islam. But the Taliban's actions during their 2-month takeover of the country have dashed any hopes of moderation. Rina Amir, a mediation expert at New York University, tells VOA.
As they've taken over territory, they've been interrogating women and civil society. They have been creating a real culture of fear. They go into their houses, they have lists, they know their names, they go through their material, they check their cell phones. So they're doing all of the things that they used to do, but in a much more, I think, sinister and systematic way, while at the same time they are giving, they're saying very positive things, but it's not materializing on the ground.
At the State Department this week, Deputy Secretary of State Wendy Sherman said the issue was personal to her, recalling her meeting with Afghan women and girls in a refugee camp in Peshawar, Pakistan, with then Secretary of State Madeleine Albright in 1997.
In the last 20 years, Afghan women and girls have embraced their freedom. Millions have gone to school. They have become doctors, lawyers, journalists, parliamentarians, and entrepreneurs. They have built the lives that Secretary Albright encouraged them to imagine all those years ago, and so much more.
As the United States steps up its evacuations of Americans and the Afghans who helped them from the Hamid Karzai International Airport in Kabul, Sherman said the United States, quote, will use every economic, diplomatic, and political tool we have to hold the Taliban accountable to their words, unquote. Cindy Saine, VOA News.